Hello and welcome to Elsa and Johanna's podcast.
Yes, today we're going to talk about social media and some topics related to social media.
Yeah,
And we thought we would start off with how social media influences politics.
yeah,
So, Johanna, do you want to start?
yeah, like some relevant topics around politics that relates to social media is a lot of hashtags like Me Too and March for Our Lives and Black Lives Matter and all of that stuff that
That are some positive,
yeah,
or our opinion
our
is that
opinion is that it's
it's
positive.
positive, yeah. And then we have we think are negative
Yeah,
uh,
hashtags.
hashtags such as uh, men's
Take on the Me Too,
yeah,
like they
exactly,
did. The
yeah,
hashtag was
hashtag I did,
yeah,
which is we don't really think it's a very
it's not appropriate because
no, because they can't make it about them
themselves. Like the
like they do with
hashtag,
everything and
yeah,
stuff.
the hashtag was about the
Women
women.
opening up and
Yeah,
empowering each other
exactly.
to talk about this very serious and very important
Yeah, and then
subject, and then these men come and say, yeah, I did.
yeah, they find a way to make themselves the victims
Yeah,
again.
exactly.
So those are some points about politics
Which
that
can be good and bad.
yeah depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, so there's always something bad to the good and
Yeah,
vice versa. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Another bad hashtag, or that we think is bad, is hashtag White Lives Matter.
Yeah.
This hashtag came up when Black Lives Matter started spreading around, and it's basically white people victimizing themselves because they feel left out when people are talking about Black lives.
Yeah, which black lives
They
go
are
through.
oppressed.
Yeah, they are oppressed and they live in hell every day, and
Yeah,
they are being harassed and uh, everything that
yeah,
because of their skin color, which
yeah,
is not okay. It's racist.
yeah.
So yeah, and then white
People.
people come and want some attention.
Yeah, it's just ignorant and it's just a bad hashtag.
Yeah.
White people matter. I mean. And now we're gonna get some guest opinions on how social media influences politics in the world. And the guest is Benjamin Bellström. You can talk now.
I think social media influences politics in both in a bad and a good way.
Hmm.
I think that it can occur controversies
Yes.
easier now than before.
Hmm.
It can come up what they done when they were younger and maybe said some controversial things.
Hmm.
So I think if you are a politician, you need to be very careful about what you say, and especially on social media, because the news and almost everyone can find out what you have written on
Yeah.
somebody's Facebook page or
Exactly.
something like that. But
Mm.
um, I think also that social media um, it can be a bit boring if if an account on like Instagram or something like that engaging in politics, but they are just a fun account that you're
Mm. Mm.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think that then it gets a bit boring because you are
Yeah.
just there to see the fun
Yeah.
in videos
Yeah.
and
Like memes.
yeah, like memes.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Benjamin. I understand.
Yeah.
Yet, like some celebrities, I think should be talking about politics more to influence people and make sure that
Yeah.
everyone knows
To
how
use
important.
their
Yeah,
celebrity.
Yeah, use their platform.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, but they can't say what to vote for. But
No, but they can
yeah,
influence and say
yeah,
you have to vote at
yeah,
least.
because that's
That's important.
that's an important thing
Yeah.
if you want to have your voice heard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you, Benjamin,
Yeah.
for being in our podcast
No
Thank
for
you
a
problem.
so
little while.
much.
We appreciate it.
So now we're going to talk about cyberbullying and the correlation between social media and cyberbullying.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So, cyberbullying can be a lot of things. It can be from
yes,
people knowing each other
or
in
anonymous
or
accounts.
anonymous, and that's a really dangerous thing about the social media. I
Yeah,
think that you can be anonymous and hurt people.
yeah, and sometimes it's very hard to know who was not nice to who, and
Yeah.
like who hurt you,
Yeah.
because the person can be anonymous and then it can be hard to track
Yeah, and find
down the
proof
person
and
and
evidence.
get justice.
Yeah, social media is also a platform for people who are bullies in real life. They can continue bullying people on social media
Yeah,
even
when
after
they're not
school.
exactly when they're not in school, they can continue the harassment
Yeah,
from home.
and it can lead to a lot of mental distress
Yes,
to the child that is being bullied, or not even a child. It can be
an
an
adult
adult.
or whatever, the person who is bullied.
Yeah, so I think that a big problem with social media is cyberbullying, and
Yeah,
people can be really mean with no reason.
yeah, and they can get away with it very easily
Yeah,
because it's not many people who goes to the police,
yeah,
and not for like small things, or yeah,
yeah. People will not take another person serious if they come with problem from social
yeah,
media, because
yeah,
social media is social media, and it's not like people don't take it as seriously as they should.
yeah.
Now on to a more serious and disgusting part of social media, and that is
Pedophiles, we
they're
all hate them.
and they're disgusting.
Yeah.
um, we think that a big problem with social media is that it's easier for pedophiles and predators to reach out to young
Yeah,
children.
exactly. And to,
Manipulate.
yeah, and abuse them.
Yeah, the children might not know that this is a person who will take advantage of them, and then they will meet up, and then there will be a lot of things going wrong.
Yeah,
And
or just a pedophile will ask for pictures or
yeah,
videos or something,
yeah,
and it can be very hard for the child
to
to
say no.
know, to say no, and to know uh, that it's abusive, that the person
Yeah,
is being abusive,
yeah.
because maybe they just met in like an online chat room or
Mhm.
anything, and the pedophile may say that he or her is another person than they
Yeah, that
really
they.
are,
Yeah,
that it's like, yeah, my name is Klaus and I'm a 10-year-old dude and I want
yeah,
to be your friend. And then it's
yeah,
actually Lasse, who is a 50-year-old man.
yeah.
Uh,
And he's being disgusting, and he
yeah,
just wants pics from this young child, and this can lead to a lot of things. For example, uh, Lasse, who is 50 years old, he can use these pictures as blackmail towards this child.
yeah,
And then he can say like, if you don't send me more pictures, I will send these pictures to your parents, and
parents.
you will be ashamed, and there will be a lot of shame involved. And I
Yeah, and
think
you will
that,
get in trouble and
yeah,
everything like that.
yeah, and I think that
And the
chi-
child will be terrified.
yeah,
Of course, it don't want their parents to know.
exactly, they think they're disgusting and gross, and why would they do
Yeah,
that
yeah.
and all of that stuff.
So
So
it has no choice but to continue.
exactly.
So
So
it's just an evil circle.
mhm.
Now we're going to compare a little,
Yeah, how social media can influence children behavior
and
and
yeah, how it is for different
generation.
generations.
For example, my father was born around the 70s, and he didn't have the same childhood that I had, and my little sister didn't have the same childhood as I had, because there's so many differences with technology and
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah, so our parents didn't even have internet growing up.
Exactly.
They did maybe in their like 20s or something, but until then they didn't even have internet. And our your little sister and my little cousin,
Yeah.
they have like Snapchat
They,
and Instagram
yeah, they
and
get influenced.
everything like that.
Yeah, they have YouTube, they have everything, and they watch, and they have other idols and influencers
Yeah,
that.
and they're exposed to social media
Yeah.
on a daily basis,
Yeah.
which can be both good and bad.
Yeah, because it can put a lot of pressure on children when there are models and there are.
Yeah, they can
Uh,
give them a like wrong
yeah,
image of
false. Yeah.
how you should look, and that you should look a specific way, or
Yeah.
you should have a really thin waist and a
Yeah.
big butt and like
Yeah,
that.
and also when children are being exposed to the internet as this age, it correlates with the subject we talked about before, and that is pedophiles and other bad people in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, but if you compare it to our generation, when me and Elsa grew up, we didn't have internet in the same way we do now. Of course, we did have internet. We
Yeah,
had
we did.
Facebook. I knew about Facebook when I was growing up, but that was like it. Like
Yeah.
Instagram and so on wasn't really a thing
Yeah,
yet.
and I was like, I remember I was on Movie Star Planet
Yeah,
and a
like
little bit on YouTube and
yeah,
stuff, and that was like that was
that
it.
was it.
And
That
that
was
wasn't even on a daily basis. It was just
exactly.
several times a week maybe,
Mm,
but not
mm.
even on a daily basis.
Exactly. So it's very different now, and I believe that in the future we will become even more drastic with how children and people are exposed to the social media.
Yeah, today even like small newborns, they have Instagram
Instagram accounts.
accounts created by their
Yeah.
parents,
Yeah.
which I think is
It's
pretty
yeah, it's
weird.
too far.
Yeah,
Like, should they be on social media when they're that
when
young?
they're just
No.
like a couple of days, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. Benjamin is back, and we have a question for him.
Yeah.
How do you think social media has influenced you in your life from when you were a child?
Uh, I think I have built more connections than I would have if social media wasn't around when I was growing up. I have made a lot of friends from different parts of Sweden and also from other parts of the world. And I think I have, I have a broader connection,
Mm.
uh, yeah, with
Yeah.
other people
Yeah, I
than
see.
just here in Örebro.
Yeah. Yeah. Agree.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you for joining us.
So thank you all for listening.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.